Hey, what's going on, everybody? Real Sports Updates here, back again with another video. You see the thumbnail. Basically, what's wrong with the Chargers offense? Um, Over this past offseason, we heard a lot, especially us Charger fans, we heard a lot about the new offensive coordinator that was hired under Brandon Staley. Joe Lombardi came from the Saints. I believe he spent 11 seasons in New Orleans with Sean Payton, working in that very, very unique offense that they have. I guess it's kind of an offshoot of the West Coast offense. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but it's very creative, very unique. A lot of different personnel groupings, a lot of looks. But the offense is based around a run game that is unique within itself, and sometimes can feature multiple backs. It's never really just a one man show in the backfield in New Orleans. So we heard a lot about him, and through the first two games of the 2021 NFL season, the Chargers have not really looked the best on offense. They've shown flashes here and there, and we get that it's a new offense there. It's going to take some time to learn, some time to gel. But I think the offense could improve, and I think it will improve. It's basically they have to correct some things and the major areas of focus. Probably number one is running the ball more. I think Joe Lombardi, Brandon Staley, they've got to get together and they have to, be on the same page about going all in with the run game. I think they should go all in with the run game. It's really going to take pressure off of everybody on offense, and it'll take pressure off of Justin Herbert more importantly. So they need to run the ball more. And over these first 2 weeks, they've shown that they can run the ball. They've showed the ability to run it effectively when they want to and when they want to stick to it. But Justin Herbert he's passing the ball too much. It kind of looks a little reminiscent of last year with the with Anthony Lynn and his staff. They had Justin Herbert. Once they found out that he can play in that first game, they had him dropping back like crazy. In the high 30s, low 40s. It's too much, way too much. Especially if you want to be, considered a really good team. You have to be able to have some balance. And I think it pretty much starts and ends at this point with the coaching staff. The offensive line has showed that they can block for the run. And I think it'll get everybody off to a great start. Like I said, it takes pressure off of Justin Herbert. And he is our franchise quarterback. He's our franchise guy. We drafted our franchise left tackle in this past draft. But at the same time, if you can shrink those pass attempts from, I believe he threw the ball 41 times against the Cowboys. He was 31 to 41. If you can shrink those pass attempts by 7 or 8, if he has 32 pass attempts instead of 41, then he's getting hit less, and he's keeping the ball out of harm's way as well. Number two, I think, would be Justin Herbert. I think his decision making in the red zone has been a little bit subpar to start the year. Like I said, I believe he's going to get better at it, and I think it just comes with reps. This past Sunday was his 17th NFL game, so officially his second year. So you don't expect the guy to know, you don't expect him to know everything in 17 starts, but I think that's going to be a point of emphasis for him to make quicker decisions in the red zone. We were the beneficiaries of two horrible calls by officiating in the first 2 weeks. The first week against Washington football team in the red zone, Justin Herbert drops back. He gets hit, and he gets hit as he's trying to throw a pass, and they end up ruling that it was a fumble out of the back of the end zone, touchdown. And similar call this past Sunday against the Cowboys. Herbert is trying to make a play and he's backpedaling, getting ready to throw the ball away. Throws it. There's a couple receivers in the area, but they called him down. So the Chargers weren't able to make anything happen in that red zone appearance. You know, and although those were two horrible calls, I think Justin Herbert has to be a little more efficient and a little more on his toes in the red zone. He should be looking for the quicker options and try to get rid of it, or run out of bounds, or do something non-high risk. That's not going to risk first off his health, and then second turning the football over. So I think that'd be a point of emphasis. And the third, but not least, I think the defense has to be a little more aggressive. And by aggressive, I don't mean necessarily blitzing or bringing a lot of pressure. By aggressive, I mean they need to not play as much reactionary football and attack. And like I said, this is a new coaching staff. There's new additions to this team as well. So I think they're going to improve as time goes on. But they need to go out there and just be aggressive and try to set a tone. It's been back-to-back weeks. I hear it all the time, the bend don't break. This defense is, they bend but they don't break and all this stuff. Like, if you bend too much, you're eventually going to end up breaking. So I don't think that they should hang their hats on the bend don't break thing, because after a while you start bending too much and you're going to start breaking. You start giving up points, and you're going to start giving up uncharacteristic touchdowns and big plays, explosive plays and stuff. So the defense has to attack more. Obviously, the run game. I believe that they probably worked on that all week long. That run game is just the run defense is not even average, below average, very, very below average. And a lot of it has to do with how small the guys are on the defensive line. But there's no excuses. There's other teams that have smaller players than we do, and they're able to stop the run. So I think they have to scheme. Some of it is scheme, but I think a lot of it is effort and smart football. I've seen a lot of, we come out in that 3-4 defense, and the defensive linemen are responsible for two-gap control, and see a lot of them, just jumping outside of what their responsibility is, and I don't know if it's just they're playing, just reacting, or they're doing it intentionally, but they have to be assignment-based. Everybody's not going to get sacks in this defense, and that's just the way that it's built. But our linemen have to be better. They have to be better. We know what Joey Bosa is going to do, but we need other guys on that defensive line to step up. I'm looking at Jerry Tillery, our first round pick a couple years ago. He's got to step up for sure. He's got to be better, and I think his success will start in the run game. He's a guy, he can rush the quarterback as well, but I think he's got to start inside out. You got to go and stop the run first before you're able to create pressure and get to the quarterback especially on third down. So offensively, they have that potential. Like I said, they hit a few shot plays every game. Justin Herbert shows his talent. He's shown his talent these past 2 weeks. I mean, he's made some fantastic plays, plays that only him and maybe Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers can make. But that's obviously not something you want to rely on. You want to be able to rely on the system to bring you success each and every week. Those type of plays are going to come as the game goes along, but we can't rely on them. So we'll see what happens this week. We got Kansas City. Obviously, Arrowhead Stadium is going to be a hostile environment. But the Chiefs are weak up front. They gave up a bunch of rushing yards to the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. So we'll see how they play. The Chargers should run the ball. We should have at least 25 rushing attempts. Should be no less than 25 rushing attempts. Even if we go down by a score or 10 points or whatever, we still need to run the ball and keep that defense honest, because we've seen they can, if they're getting ran on, they're going to give up plays in the passing game. And they gave up some big plays in the passing game to Lamar Jackson, and Lamar is way better than I'm sorry, Justin Herbert is a way better quarterback, from the passing standpoint and from that pocket standpoint. So if we keep the pressure on, we'll be all right. And I think has to be emphasis to run the ball, stop whatever run game that Kansas City tries to establish. And if we do those two things, I think we'll be all right. I don't know if we'll win, but we'll be fine. There's some chinks in the Chiefs' armor, so it's up to the Chargers coaching staff and ultimately up to the players to execute to take advantage of that. But we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to a good game, and no prediction here. I don't want to jinx our chances, but I think we'll be happy. Saturday afternoon, but excuse me, Sunday afternoon. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's just my observations. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.